My bottled water scared me to death last night. I despise this light outside of my apartment. My girlfriend's hair clip nearly put me in a cardiac arrest. Fun biology fact, toddlers' skulls are full of teeth, waiting, watching. Emojis in real life are terrifying. Anonymous hero donates hospital 200 human kidneys. Did you know there is a concept art of teenage Shrek? This is no. What's normal at 3 p.m. but terrifying at 3 a.m. The sound of the ice cream truck. This is the most cursed face swap I have ever seen. This is why you always wear a helmet or get a car. I'm bored. Got any interesting stories, people? Maybe it would be better if you told us what that thing is in your mirror. I can't believe this just happened to me. I'm screaming. Wrong number. Sorry. The owner of the photo said, I suddenly woke up at night and found my cat sitting like this, looking at me. If spiders worked together, they could eat all humans in a year. If I cut off my foot and swing it at your head, am I kicking or hitting you? You will most likely be mentally scarring me more than anything. The coffee shop had Among Us cookies today. They should make one of the cookies the imposter and just poison it. Apparently this is what it looks like when you take a selfie through a paper towel roll. If that glass breaks, humanity is doomed. I wanted to give my dog a haircut, and now I want him to leave my house. I'm scared. Every night, Satan checks under his bed, confirming that thing is not there. Dear girlfriends and wives, please hang up your wigs where the kids can't reach. I nearly collapsed last night in my own house. My 3D reimagining of what Homer Simpson would look like in real life. They were supposed to be smiley faces. Now they look like tormented souls begging for death. What if instead of drops, rain fell all at once, like a 2-inch thick sheet of water just goes and then it's sunny again. Fun fact, this is what would happen if there was no air resistance, and it would actually come down so fast that it would kill us. I almost left my whole family in this house, naked and all. The odds of being killed by a tomato are low, but never zero. This is the mascot for the Oyster Festival, and I'm absolutely terrified of it. This spooky mannequin at the back of a small store. You wake up from a nap and see this in your living room. What is your next move? I feel like this thing could rip my soul out just by looking at me. A man in Florida woke up with a headache, only to discover his wife had shot him while he slept. He survived. Dude got up and was like, oh babe, I got a bad headache. You know it's time to move when, hey kid, wanna hear a scary story? One day, you will be able to do whatever you want, and you will choose to stay home alone. Hey, perfectionists, here is an 89-degree angle. Have a good day. I think the scariest part about having triplets is having to be pregnant for 27 months. It's like a scarecrow for humans. When your wife is scarier than any disease, which one would scare you more? If my dad calls me, then I know I messed up. Do you ever scare the hell out of yourself for no reason? Like, I'll be downstairs getting juice and I will tell myself, imagine if someone was standing behind you right now, waiting for you to turn around. Like, I had no reason to do that to myself. The scariest president has to be Rushmore because he had 4 heads. It is a good thing we captured him and trapped him in that mountain, even if we have to live in fear of the spell wearing off. I forgot my mum bought a buffalo, scared the hell out of me. If you are lonely, dim all lights and put on a horror movie. After a while, it won't feel like you are alone anymore. This is terrifying. No, kids dressed as shadows for Halloween. Their mother bought black morph suits for them and then layered black clothes over them. This may be the scariest thing ever. Text a girl, hey beautiful, and trust me, you could make her whole day. Hey beautiful, go away you creep. Like, I'm honestly going to report you to the police. Freaking stalker. If you spot this guy, call police. US Marshals are looking for him and he may have been in Hampton Roads. If I spot this guy, I'm going to mind my business. I'm screaming. I was sleeping in the car during a road trip, and as I woke, I looked up at this image on the truck next to us. Sometimes an eyelash gets into your eye. You blink and it disappears. But where do they all go? What's a fact that makes you uncomfortable? We will start. Your bones are wet. There is a moment during the cremation where the meat is perfectly cooked. He's summoning Satan. Or maybe he's just warming his paws because they're cold. No, he's a cat. He is definitely summoning Satan. Go ahead and park like an idiot. I have something for your fancy backup camera. Horror movie synopsis. White family moves into house. The house got some weird shit in it. Family refuses to acknowledge that they've got some weird stuff in the house. Turns out that thing is some ultra thing. Please no Halloween posts just yet. There's still 2 months left. Did someone say Halloween? Which is creepier? The animatronic Elvis I ripped the face off while disassembling it, or this selfie with me wearing its face? The fact that you thought of doing this at all. Everything is fun and games until you erase Panda's black marks on their eyes. I have a friend that insisted on dressing up like a clown for his family picture back when he was like 8, and it's my favorite picture ever. Why is he sitting like a 14th century monarch. He is one. The passer through walls. Sculpture. In the Paris catacombs. Some French guy. You know what would be fucked up to see in the catacomb? Well, you asked for it. This is official law now. Remember, human shown for scale. Fall Guys are 6 foot. This Fall Guy is happy. Look into his eyes. We can't take it back. Finally found a picture of the quilt I made. No, wait, hold the phone. Why is your reflection looking at the camera? This year, I carved a really spooky pumpkin. Well, that's creepy. How weird would it be if babies cried while they were still in the womb? Like, can you imagine walking around and there's just muffled screaming coming from her stomach? Courtney, what the hell? Just wanted to remind you of our community standards. What if your teeth were naturally flaccid and got hard when you were hungry? I did not have a picture of my girl to put in my little locket, so I just drew her. You can now become your cat by turning his photo into an incredibly realistic mask. So apparently 50% of home owning is hearing strange noises and hoping they are made by ghosts, because I cannot afford to fix them. Nothing is scarier than Disney World in 1940s. What the hell is Outback Steakhouse planning? Mind your damn business. To the Joker, this is just a normal dog. Sandpaper floor room. So basically, it's a torture device where a person is put into a room with slow-moving sandpaper at the bottom. There is no way out. The person has to walk forward to keep from getting sent to the corner and scraped. Our newest flavor of Oreos have increased production by 669%. You weebs are disgusting. I bet it would be funny to put a pancake on my cat's face 2 minutes later. Jesus. I keep screaming, but God won't answer. How old are you anyway? Somewhere between 5 months and 50 years. Grocery shopping has become a real-life version of Pac-Man. Avoid everyone, get the fruit, and take any route to avoid contact. You know, Halloween jack-o'-lanterns were originally made out of turnips. Neat. I wonder what it looked like. Astronauts on the first manned mission to Mars, finding a human skull buried in the sand near their lander. My dog sits awkwardly. That is a human. Why did high school teachers always make college professors sound so strict and scary, when in reality, they're like, "What's up? You can call me Andy. I illegally downloaded the textbook if you need it, and I also have a gambling problem. Why is there a pentagram on your floor?" Okay, first of all, Mom, it's not a pentagram. And second, what are you doing in my apartment? Oh, I summoned Mom. A parentagram. This picture makes me so uncomfortable. This cat looks like it's about to tell the best ghost story I've ever heard. Dentist waiting room. Let's hope a gynecologist never decides to do something similar. I think my dog needs an exorcist. He's a good boy. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Broken iris. Holy damn. How irresponsible do you have to be to break your iris? I guess they were being pretty irresponsible. Someone literally died on my flight today, so we made an emergency landing and everyone missed their connections. The guy behind me was complaining, saying, "How is it an emergency if they're dead?" And I would just like to say that you, sir, are the devil. No beans. Also, hammers cost $500 if you want one. Why the hell do they make crematorium sound so delicious? Nice guys, before and after being rejected. This is so dumb. From an antique mirror cast in resin. I want this in my house, but I feel like I would keep thinking it's moved further out. Accidentally searched of overweight car instead of overweight cat. This was the first result. I genuinely cannot think of a word to call this monstrosity other than a monstrosity. A zombie spider covered in fungus, half dead, half alive, which can crawl around. I am watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and paused it at the worst possible time, and now I am traumatized. Welsh women used to curse people by falling to their knees, pulling out their bobs, and screaming obscenities at their victim. It's sad how we let traditions die. Next time you have a bowl of ground meat, poke some holes in it and do a face swap. My name is Pete, and I like feet. Every time I see them, I beat my feet. Okay, stay 1 million feet away from me. 1 million feet. Eating a Kit Kat the wrong way. Day 3. Nobody. Animals in Barbie movies. God creates Australia. Angel. You gave them literally all the scary animals. God. Yes, but they will love them. How? Creating Steve Owen. Trust me. Your bones secrete a hormone that can make you panic, scientists find. So it was my own spooky scary skeleton that sent shivers down my spine. No more fun facts. I want to hear a scary, unsettling fact about you. Ooh, did I scare you? If you're ever scared, you're not a good person. Remember that bad people don't care about being better. I need to hang this on my wall. This just fixed my whole mood today. Time heals all wounds, but the scars are a constant reminder. This is Blockbuster, right? I hid under the bed to scare my boyfriend while he was in the bathroom, and when he came out, he saw I was gone, and I watched him get all excited and run into the closet to wait and scare me. I was sitting under the bed, crying, laughing. My Roomba is scared of thunderstorms. I was sitting at my desk just a few minutes ago, drawing, and a really loud crack of thunder went off. No power surges or anything, just thunder, and my Roomba fled from its dock and started spinning in circles. I currently now have an active Roomba sitting quietly on my lap. Humans will make a bond with anything. This Florida motel air conditioner has seen some things that no one should see. Free soup. You're going to be so cursed. Free soup. I just watched a Peppa Pig makeup tutorial and I am never sleeping again. The Mountain Dew that came out of this dispenser tasted horrible. Please remedy this. Was going to iron my pants but ended up shitting them instead. Man accused of exposing himself at public pool. I've never seen someone look so young yet so old. So feminine yet so masculine. So pretty yet so ugly. I'm truly disturbed. Pregnant woman. Oh my god, my baby is so cute. The baby. That awkward moment when you ask your girlfriend what she's doing and she says, making soy milk. Phone calls should be short, sweet, and heavy breathing. Everyone. AI art will make designers obsolete. AI accepting the job. How to make anything you do sound suspicious. Be mostly specific. Yes, I bought this with legal, tender money. Money that was acquired legally. I met with a friend who was alive. I want to be the standing still, not burned home of my enemies. What's wrong, son? You've hardly played with your Pictendo Hog Cube. How much scarier would a frog be if it ran instead of hopped? You just hear blah, 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 coming towards you and you look down and it's just a frog going at full speed. Hearing a baby laugh. You don't have any kids. Me when the taxi driver tries to ease tension by making small talk. Unaware he will not be seen alive again. Woman arrested for training squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend. Me waiting to drop some dope serial killer facts on some unsuspecting people. I don't know any facts. Hey Julie, this is your Uber driver from tonight, Jeffrey. I just realized I forgot to give you a promo code. Use the code CUTIE for a free ride, but only valid if you use it on the way to dinner with me. Jeffrey, what are you doing? Officers respond to report of deranged person and find cardboard cutout of My Pillow founder. When you are chilling in a pool and suddenly see one of these. My teacher left the room during a test, so we all started sharing answers. Then I look up and she was staring right at me. Never draw Kirby without his eye glints. To whoever put the reflective eyes on this tree by the side of the road, you, fine sir, are an asshole. Having nightmares because of this British program. I never watched this. I am screaming. This girl is possessed. Scary movies should put high-pitched sounds only dogs can hear, so your dog will start acting crazy for no reason at the scariest parts. If I were a murderer, I would be the Febreze murder and lead my victims blindfolded to an undisclosed location, and I would ask them what they smelled, and they would be like, OMG, ocean, air, tulips. Then I would rip the blindfold off, and it would be a pile of bodies of my previous victims. This website scares me. Nice things to whisper when hugging someone. You smell different when you're awake. Please help me. Then smile as if nothing happened. Soon. You have lovely skin. I can't. Your hair tastes like strawberries. Tonight, he knows. Don't go home. I found this while doing a locker check. Seattle is protected by an MMA fighter that dresses as superheroes and fights crime, vigilante style, under the name Phoenix Jones. Lamb with human-like features, including eyes, nose, and mouth, is born on a farm in Russia. I don't think I've experienced anything more terrifying than being alone in a dark room and a SpongeBob toy spontaneously laughing on its own. What can I say except delete this? Just watching The Office on my computer, and every now and then the image glitches up, but this is the most horrifying thing I have ever seen. Someone invented a doorknob that lets you see what's inside without going into the room. If I ever become a surgeon, I would say right before the patient passes out from anesthesia. Okay, pull up the WikiHow article. Welcome, be our guest. These skeletons look legitimately friendly and inviting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hella stoked to kick it with these skeletons. When you're walking past a body in a horror game and it suddenly comes back to life, you can almost hear the pugs scream. My sister and her husband just had a baby, and this is my favorite picture of the situation. He's behind me, isn't he? I am going to go to bed tonight. I am tired. Good night. Okay, good night. Why would you do that? Her eyeshadow. I thought she was possessed. When it's dark as hell in your room and the clothes piled on your chair look like a person staring at you while you sleep. Me coming out to steal your man. You can have her. What's an evil prank you have pulled off? People in school used to take my Gatorade, so I took an empty bottle, filled it with dyed salt water, and let them take my drink. Not gonna lie, it was hilarious watching one person to spit salt water in the middle of class, only for their unbelieving friend to do the same. In France, a beautiful 15-year-old stallion named Peyo often comes to comfort and soothe terminal patients at a hospital. The horse chooses which patient he wants to see, kicking his hoofs outside the door. I can't imagine anything more terrifying than being off painkillers, waiting for the end, and hearing this clap-clap of the death horse choosing me. My housemate has just left for a third date with a girl he met on Tinder. He claims he's going to bring her home tonight. He's been a bit of a pain lately, so it's time for payback. Engage Facebook stalk mode, find his date, print some of her photos, frame, and place randomly around the house. The cherry on the top is her high school graduation photo on his bedside table. I have to go to the dentist tomorrow and get high, and get put on laughing gas to fix the only cavity I have received in my life. And this thing is in the ceiling, looking down at me while I'm strapped down to a chair, with my mouth wide open, having tools probe at my teeth, and gums while I drool on myself. What the hell? Hoo. I heard someone wasn't brushing their teeth. I figured out that horror games with grotesque monsters and spooky environments are minus 9,000% scary if you pretend you're Steve Owen on a mission to document the monsters. Looky there, there's a 6-foot grunt from the basement. Ahem, gonna wrestle it. This is how I get through a lot of scary environments without getting scared. It really works. This is what terrifies me about the ocean. The few times I've gone snorkeling, this is the most intensely scary but amazing thing about it. The bit where the reef ends and it suddenly just drops off and you can't see the bottom or what's down there, and you swim over the edge and suddenly you're in open water and you feel so vulnerable, like you're a fish that lives on the reef. You finally understand Finding Nemo. The year is 2078. They finally found a cure for Alzheimer's. Unfortunately for you, what's already gone cannot be brought back. Your memories are gone forever. Your brain is still a shell of what it was. You live the rest of your years in unending torment. When you make a joke in front of your psychologist and instead of laughing, she starts writing it down. I just started therapy last week and damn, if this exact thing didn't happen to me. I thought I was being funny. She took notes and said, "That's not a healthy way of dealing with trauma. Would you prefer if I stabbed someone? If you sleep with your hand dangling at the side of your bed, the monster under your bed will hold it while you're asleep." My local Morrison's is selling actual sacks of wet eggs. This is the most wretched and cursed item I have ever witnessed. In case you were wondering what Quagmire would look like in real life. Yeah, why would you do this? I rate movies using a strict passful system based on how the cinematography compares to this one shot in Monster House. If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? Act out a conversation between two people talking about shutting down the simulation, then freak out about accidentally broadcasting the conversation to the simulation. My 2-year-old is into scary movies, but complained that they aren't scary enough, so we watched The Descent, and wow, you don't always know when you messed up as a parent, but this was a big one. Yeah, my dad made me watch he didn't make me, I watched not The Purge. I watched this really fucked up movie as a kid. It was called Damien, The Omen. It's about, what the fuck, why did I watch that? Fuck me up, man. Same with the, Annabelle, the one before that, I didn't know the name. Yeah, it's the day I'm uploading this, and it's The Conjuring. Do not watch that movie.